Dan Vickerman, former Wallabies player, dies aged 37. Tributes from the world of rugby union have flowed for the former Wallabies player Dan Vickerman, who died in Sydney on Saturday night at the age of 37. The Cape Town-born lock, who is survived by his wife and 2 children, played 63 tests for the Wallabies between 2002 and 2011, before his retirement from the game in 2012 with a persistent injury problem. The former Brumbies and Waratahs player had been working in commercial real estate since calling time on his playing career. He remained involved in the game through his work for the Rugby Union Players Association. The rugby world is in shock today after news of the tragic passing of Dan Vickerman, the Australian Rugby Union chief executive, Bill Pulver, said on Sunday. Dan was an uncompromising competitor who forged a wonderful international rugby career despite a number of injury setbacks along the way. He was an enforcer on the field and a much-loved character off the field. He cared deeply about the game and the players, helping players transition into life after rugby and his role with RUPA following his retirement. Our thoughts and prayers are with Dan's family at this extremely difficult time. Former teammates and rivals joined the chorus of tributes on social media for the man who was fiercely competitive on the field and hugely popular off it. Nathan Sharp, the former Wallaby who played alongside Vickerman in the second row, said, "I had my arm around you for most of our playing days, brother. No words can express the sadness." Jeremy Paul, who played with Vickerman at the Brumbies and in the national side, said he was struggling to comprehend the sudden loss. "He is going to be sorely missed, and at 37 years of age it's just really shocking and it's pretty hard to take in actually," Paul said on Fox Sports News. "He was one of those great characters and you could always count on Vic saying something really dry with his humor because that's just the kind of guy that he was." The England head coach Eddie Jones, who gave Vickerman his Australia debut in 2002, added, "On behalf of the RFU and myself, I would like to send my condolences to Dan Vickerman's family, Sarah and the 2 kids. He was a wonderfully committed team player and a good guy. He will be sorely missed by the rugby community." Victor Matfield, the former Springboks player, said he always enjoyed playing against Vickerman, who was a real competitor and a great guy, while Quade Cooper said he was grateful to have played alongside him. Vickerman arrived in Australia as a 21-year-old and made his Super Rugby debut for the Brumbies in the 2001 season. He marked the start of a lengthy international career for the Wallabies with victory over France in a test match in Sydney the following year. In 2004, he swapped Canberra and the Brumbies for the Waratahs and Sydney, where he spent the next 5 super seasons. During that time, he played in the 2007 Rugby World Cup before withdrawing from the international game to study at Cambridge University in England, where he played in 2 varsity games. He also made 4 appearances for the Premiership club, Northampton, during his time in the UK. On his return to Australia and the Waratahs, he regained his place in the Wallabies team and was picked to represent his adopted nation at the 2011 Rugby World Cup in New Zealand. His final test appearance came in the semi-final of that tournament against the hosts in Auckland, where the Wallabies went down 26. The All Blacks were among those to pay tribute on Sunday, tweeting, "The All Blacks joined the rugby family in mourning the passing of former Wallabies lock Dan Vickerman. Rest in peace." Vickerman was forced to retire in 2012 due to persistent problems with stress fractures in his right leg. The RUPA chief executive, Ross Zenos, said, "On behalf of all players, we extend our deepest sympathies to Dan's young family at this difficult time. We are truly shocked and united in our despair." Dan was universally respected by his peers and the rugby community during and beyond his playing days. Since retiring, he was very generous in giving back to the game through coaching and voluntary roles supporting players' off-field development.